Yes, everybody, my name is Stephen Howson. This is 5 things that we learnt watching Manchester United beat Norwich City 4-0. Get in. Number 1 is Marcus Rashford is on fire. Oh my God, Marcus Rashford, we all thought this could be the season where he has a breakout. This is the season where he really starts to get that level of consistency that we all hoped he could get. At the end of last season, we was looking at the sort of stats that he had. He managed to have where he scored in like 4 consecutive games. He had like 5 in 6 under Solskjaer when played through the middle. And there was some encouraging sort of stats that we were seeing from Marcus Rashford, but we didn't know that he could actually make the step up to being a guaranteed 20-goal a season man. And wow, 19 goals in so far, absolutely flying, second leading scorer in the Premier League, and he's doing it all from the left-hand side. The fact that he's doing it all from the left-hand side, he actually had his worst period of the season when played down the middle, which is interesting. He's doing it from the left-hand side, which means that you can start to look at the comparison of the numbers between him and Cristiano Ronaldo, and at this stage of his career, 200 appearances, he's got 64 goals, which is 10 more than Cristiano Ronaldo managed for Manchester United. That is some serious company that is around. Now, where is he going to go? I think 20, which was at the start of the season, I was like, 20 goals, that would be outrageous. 25 goals, that would mean a sensational season. But what I'm going to say now is, can Marcus Rashford score 30 goals? The last person that we had scoring 30 goals was Robin van Persie, when he scored 31 goals and won us the league. So I'm going to put it to you like, if Marcus Rashford can score us 31 goals, is it about time? Where's all the little Rashbeck? Eh? Where's that gone? Where's the Trashfords? Where have all them gone? Like we said, your time, you've got to put some respect on this kid's name. I think he's going to score, I don't think he's going to get to 30, but I think he's going to get over 25. Let's be honest, he might have over 25 before the end of next month. Very, very serious. Wow, Marcus Rashford killing it. Number 2, we didn't learn this today, but Brandon Williams is much better than Luke Shaw. As normal, Brandon Williams continually, it's like he does a bleep test in it from the goal line to goal line, and he's just boom, 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 just shuttling. Busting a gut is his first gear, isn't it? Do you ever see him go any slower than just busting a gut? Not only that, I've seen him have some plays where he beat a man with his touch. I've seen him pass and move. I've seen him getting ahead. The one thing that I like the most about Brandon Williams is when we've got the ball, he is getting to the byline. He is getting ahead of the ball carrier. He's not waiting behind the ball carrier. He's not worried about someone counter-attacking us, even though if they do, he actually manages to get himself there. What he does is he goes and gets himself in a position which helps us break teams down. It's as simple as that. What Brandon does by movement is helps us break teams down, because you have to consider what he's going to do. And he burst into the box again. He won another penalty, and to be honest, we're going to be having words about that miss. We are doing. Just know that that's coming. You definitely deserve the abuse that's coming your way from me about missing that shot. He wasn't very unlucky. He got himself in a great position. He should have put that away. That would have been an excellent way to cap off another fantastic performance. Most interceptions with 5, most block crosses with 2, second most tackles 1, second most final third passes, second most take-on. Statman Dave giving us a shout out there with the stats over on the Twitter. Brandon Williams is everything that we hoped we could have when a fullback breaks through. Do you know what's scary though? Ethan Laird is better. What's going to happen when this kid gets his chance? I wonder, is he even going to get his chance, or are people going to be like, why did we spend 50 million on Wan-Bissaka when we had this? In fairness, I don't think Ethan was ready at the start of the season to make his step into the first team, but I am very excited to see what could happen if we moved to a midfield 3, or possibly even tried Wan-Bissaka as a number 6, because once Ethan Laird makes his debut, you're going to learn today. Mason Greenwood keeps performing, consistently scoring with those low shots, very, very, very controlled, almost pass-like finishes into the corner. He's already on 9 goals this season. Only Jadon Sancho has scored more league goals in European top 5 leagues than Mason Greenwood. Again, from Statman Dave giving us those sort of informations. But can we just talk about the level of performance? He shoots early. He takes the look at the goal today. He takes the ball. The defence didn't even have a chance to engage him. He knocks it out of his feet. He takes it to the side to create a bit of an angle, and then he passes it with the most accurate sort of finish that you can have. Right, nestled it in just behind the post. Perfect. Absolutely brilliant technique, absolutely brilliant finishing. And if I'd have said to you guys at the start of the season, Mason Greenwood's probably going to score 10 goals this year, you'd be like, shut the fuck up, Steve. What are you talking about? But he's not. He's got a goal something like every 92 minutes. This is a kid that is just absolutely delivering. And I can't wait to see where he takes it. For me, in about 6 years, he's probably going to end up as a number 9 once he fills out into his physique. But I think he's going to be an absolutely deadly finisher. The comparisons with Battered are there. The comparisons with Robin van Persie there. Mason Greenwood is Mason Greenwood, and Mason Greenwood is doing things that we've seen him do all the way through the academy, and he's replicated it in the first team. That is special. Number 4, let's talk about Harry Maguire. I thought today was a real leader's performance from Harry Maguire. I thought he was constantly cajoling. Okay, didn't have a hell of a lot to deal with because Norwich City are possibly the worst team in the league, but he dealt with what he had to deal with very well. Him and Lindelof, I think it's worth saying as well, constantly directing traffic. 8 ball recoveries, 2 out of 3 tackles, second most interceptions, 100% successful clearances. Like, the guy just had one of those games where everything kind of came off for him. Like I said, wasn't really tested, but I think knowing that there was a chance that, I mean, about 48 hours ago, the guy was out for 3 months by the sounds of things after all of the wrong prognoses that came out. So to see Harry Maguire come, turn up, put in a brilliantly solid performance like that gives me hope going forward. Now we need to see what we can do with him and what the rest of the team can do around him as we move into the meaty part of the season. And number 5, the last thing that we probably didn't really learn again today, but what we saw was Juan Mata rolling back the years. Second most amount of passes, 2 chances created, 2 assists. He had the most crosses, 90% pass accuracy. Juan Mata was key in Manchester United unlocking Norwich City's defence. At times they sat back, at times they flooded the box, and at times Juan Mata just opened them up with the simplest of passes, the little feints and the little tricks that he's got in his locker. I thought we was going to line up in some sort of a 4-4-2 diamond, and in a way we sort of did, because even though he technically lined up on the right-hand side, he didn't occupy the right-hand side. He was down the middle, he was involved in everything, and he looked good. Now, for me, I've said all along, Juan Mata is the type of player to play against the teams that are going to be in the bottom half, but if it gets physical, if it's a game where you're looking to play on a counter-attack, you can't really use Juan Mata because that's just not playing to his strengths. What I hope to see from United, let's say we pull off a Bruno Fernandes transfer, is that Mata is eventually phased out of the side and we are brought in with someone that can probably do this on a much more regular basis. And I think Nemanja Matic fits into that category as well. Since he's come back from his injury, he's performed more than he's underwhelmed. So I know that there's a player in there, and it also gives me hope that if we're able to bring in someone young, someone with legs, and someone who's on the cusp of being a world-class talent, someone like a Niguez, maybe a Milinkovic-Savic, or maybe a Bruno Fernandes for what we're getting out of Juan Mata, maybe then we can start to see what this team could really achieve, because I think we've got some decent defenders, and I think we've got some decent attackers, but that whole midfield is totally non-existent for me. Either way, it was a fantastic win for United. 4 goals, a clean sheet at Old Trafford. And we scored from a corner. Who would have thunk it? Absolutely fantastic. Total scenes on the watch along.
This is where the real
No, Stephen, no! These fucking cameras there! No! No! What's he doing? No! No! Stephen, don't fucking do it, mate! Please!
You gotta bust your nut, man.
No! We're gonna die, we're gonna lose our job!
We scored from a corner! We scored from a corner!
I think the last time we actually scored from a corner was the 26th of May 1999, and Ollie put it in the Germans' net. Might be a little bit far out on that, but that's when it felt like was the last time that we scored a corner. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to give it a like, make sure to give it a share, and we've got a warm down coming this week, which you guys definitely need to check out, because we have got Chris Casper of Class of 92 fame, who is now Director of Football at Salford. So that's going to be an absolute belter. Do not miss it. I'll see you in the next one. Laters.